Hey everybody, this is PyjamaPrime, answering a bunch of questions that have been up in the last while, and I just haven't gotten around to answering them. So let's just dive right into it so I don't run out of time. Hmm, worst toy. The worst toy I have. That would probably be Energon Downshift or Wheeljack. Why? Well, I'll show you. Well, look at this. I mean, come on. There's the shoulders are so far apart from the robot, it doesn't look nice. If you can see that, yeah. If you have an Energon downshift, you know what I'm talking about. And also the legs, like you can't get him into any dynamic poses because he has no real knee joint, and the big hip joint doesn't really help. Like he has a lot of hip articulation just because of what he needs to be, either legs or a chest. From That's how Power Links and Energon worked. And as Eros once said in Energon Week, the Autobots really sucked because of that. Um, but yeah, I just don't like him from a design point because of, well, basically because he's an Energon Autobot. Autobots and Energon sucked. We all know that. Question two is, what is your favorite Transformer of your in your collection? And it's a two-way tie, I'd have to say. Um, this tie is between the two leaders, being Optimus Prime and Megatron. Optimus Prime, because he is the greatest Optimus Prime since G1. He will do anything you want him to, and then some. He's got so much articulation. He's got feet, knees, ratchet or no, hinges in the knees and swivels in the knees just above. Like what? Universal joints? They ratchet, and they're universal. I can't remember what they're called. I know they're ratchets. Whatever. In the hips, he's got waist articulation. He's got chest articulation. He's got head articulation. I wish he had a ball joint like Megatron in the head, but that's fine. Universal ratcheting joints in the arms, in the elbows. Nothing in the wrists, but that's fine. He's a Voyager. I can accept that. Um, Great alt mode, great robot mode. He's so reminiscent of G1 Optimus Prime. He's got some great weapons. One is what I like to call the Wind Charger, but I don't like that too much. And one I like to just call the Prime Blaster, which I love. So he's probably numero uno. Well, and I'd say he's numero dos, but it's really a tie. He's got same same wins as Optimus does, except for the waist. He doesn't articulate at the waist, but he makes up for it with having a ball jointed head. He's got pretty much everything else that Optimus Prime has, um, with a little bit more foot articulation. You can stabilize him with those big clunkers with like the heel spurs right there. You can tilt them up so that he can get some sort of dynamic pose and yet still be stable. And the plus also, the cannon, of course. It's a little oversized for him, but it works. But the antithesis, ooh, big word there, would be the wings. Nobody likes the wings. I kind of like them, but it's not quite right. But I love him also mainly because he's Megatron as a gun, and we haven't had that since G1, so that's a big plus. So just G1ness here, like my sticker. Anyway, um, yes. So these two are my favorites of the line. Yes, or of my collection, just because they're them. They are Optimus and Megatron G1 classics. Well, Henkei, but G1 nonetheless. All the way. So now we're on to the fan favorite that everyone likes, but you don't like, or I don't like. Basically, for me, that's Starscream, and it's not just because he's of his character. It's just because he's gotten over the last few years, I guess, he's become somewhat of a favorite amongst the females. I don't know why. Um, I might be getting this wrong, but he's been like a girly favorite for some reason. I don't know why, and that just kind of puts me off from Starscream. Um, yeah, it has nothing to do with the character. I like the fact that he's a coward. I like the more daring version he became in apparently in Cybertron. The fact that he's more cunning and malicious. I haven't watched Cybertron in ever, but I like that idea for Starscream to become more malicious. I think he got that more in animated as well. I would agree. Um, but yeah, I just don't like him because he's so popular with the ladies, basically. Yeah. Um, that would basically be my music label, Soundwave. He is the most I've spent on an official Transformer. You could, yeah, I spent about what 80 on him. I'd say about 80 plus shipping and handling and all that lovely stuff. Um, he's a working MP3 player. He's Soundwave, and probably I would get him, and then I would try to get as much of his posse as I've collected out, and then I'd probably go for Henkei's because they are the next expensive. Like I'd go for Henkei Megatron over there. I'd go for probably Henkei Hot Rod. I think those are the only Henkeis I own. Oh, no, Astro Train. My bad. Sorry, buddy. I don't think I own any other Henkeis. I wish I did. Oh, and I'd probably. I'm thinking about Swerve too. I'd probably go for Swerve before the Henkeis because he's really rare. Like I'm not gonna get another one. I could easily get another Soundwave and repro labels for him. Like that's not hard. Getting a Swerve would be the most difficult. But the question isn't about who is the hardest to get back. I wouldn't be disappointed if I didn't have Swerve anymore because I don't know. He was free. He was rare but free. But he's not my favorite. Soundwave is my favorite in my collection, and just because of everything he is. The fact that he's Soundwave, the fact that he's an MP3 player, and the fact that he's just probably my favorite Transformer of all. He holds the most sentimental value to me. Yeah. So that answers that question. I think that answers all the more all the recent questions that have been out and I just haven't answered. Um, oh, except for mine. But that'll be next. I will right after I turn the right after I press stop on this. I will start recording another one, which will be my answers to my questions. If I can remember my questions, it's been so long since I've asked them. But yeah, I will answer them right after this video. So this is Pajama Prime, and I'll talk at you later.